What's up guys, it's Dave Bristow here from Extreme Paint Studio. Today I want to talk to you about erasing techniques. There are many tools that I use for erasing the paint off of the surface in airbrushing, but you've got to do it right. So I'm going to show you the eraser pencil and how we use the eraser pencil to erase by layer off of the surface, so you can actually go back in your values when you're painting. If you've gone too heavy in an area, you can actually erase it back to the level that you want it. But you'll see the flip side of it, where if you go too heavy, you can't erase because it will create lines within your artwork, and you don't want that. But watch the video, it should give you a real good understanding of erasing and what to do and what not to do. So watch to the end and you'll see me try and cover up some of the erasing that I've done, and you'll notice that it doesn't work. And then what I'll do is I'll do further videos down the line where I'm showing you things like the glass fiber, maybe a Tombow eraser and things like that. So this should be very good information for you moving forward in your portrait work, in your wildlife work, definitely. So a tool for your tool bag. Hopefully you enjoy. Any comments you want to understand a little bit further or anything like that, just drop it in the comments below and then I'll come back to you. See you soon guys. And I wanted to show you, just by using the dual-sided eraser, how to erase in layers. So what I'm going to do is, this is an old piece of artwork that I was working on that's just sat in the corner, but I'm just going to fill in this beak area of this eagle, and I'm going to do one area soft and then I'm going to do one area hard, and I'm going to soft erase the middle tone back to the lighter area. So I'll just fill it in very quickly. So I'm just going to use a shield, and I'm just going to bounce off this. I'm not worried about overspray so much, so I'm going to go overkill in an area. So just bring it round. Okay, there's a bit of an edge to that. So I'm just going to bring this in and I'm going to fill this area now. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go too heavy on this edge. So I'm not going to go black, but I'm going to go too heavy. So that's quite dark. Okay, and then I'm going to go really heavy in this area here in a second, but what I want to show you is, you can see I've kind of got a dark area and a light area. Now when we're erasing, you always have to make sure your rubber is ultra clean. So have a sharpener to hand that you can quickly sharpen the rubber and make it clean again, because eventually what will happen when you're erasing, the paint will build up on the eraser and you'll just be pushing paint around. So you have to give it a clean again and then erase some more. So what I'm going to try and do is gradually bring this value of this area towards this value. Okay, so all I'm going to do is allow the rubber to do the job, and I am pressing very lightly, and all I'm picking on is the darker area. As long as you're not dark black, we can bring the value back. So notice I've just turned the rubber around, and I'm still bringing the value down. Okay, and what I'm going to do is pick on the darker areas. Okay, I'm going to have a look at my rubber. You can see on the rubber now the paint has built up. So that is too much. So I need to wipe it out, give it a little sharpen, clean it off, and then go again. And if you've got texture in this area, you can kind of like be texturing at the same time. So I'm not wiping right back to the board. I'm just going to make that a little bit softer because I want a flat edge to it. Okay, there we go. I've got the flat edge now. And now I've got a little bit of a lump in there, which the darker area, so I'm just going to push on that a little bit harder. And then I'm going to bring this darker value on the outside. To the same value. So as you can see, we're gradually lightening it up, and I'm just bringing it towards this value here. And as long as you're using the soft pink rubber, you can take it down layer by layer, and you can notice now, look how dark I am here and look how light I am there. So you can actually push, I'll wait till the compressors to finish, you can actually push it right the way back to the clayboard if you wanted to. But all I'm showing you is you can take a layer of paint off without going back to the clayboard. So if you make a mistake, okay, because we're using E-tack, because we're using clayboard, we can fix that mistake by erasing using the soft eraser. Now, if it's too hard, if it's too heavy, so what I'll do is I'll use this curve on this side and I'll really build this up. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it in stages because it's going to get wet. So I'm going to air dry it. Then I'm going to go again. Now if we try and erase this, just checking my rubber, it's still clean. If I try to erase this, obviously I've got to wait for a couple of seconds, wait until it's really truly dry. Never erase when your paint is wet because it will take it straight back off to the clayboard. Okay, you can see also as well I've got a little bit of overspray, so I can just wipe that out with the eraser and just gradually work my way in, because it's anything that's just a light mist you can get rid of. But if I try and erase this in the dark area now, I'll try my utmost to take it down layer by layer, and you can see I can't really take it off layer by layer. It really does texture the actual clayboard up. Yeah, this is not working at all, and it starts to look like really rough. Yeah, I can't get this off. So you can see if I go, yeah, it's not working at all. So what we have to resort to then is the coarse side of the rubber. But even with the coarse side of the rubber, it's going to have problems in getting rid of the darker areas without leaving marks. So look how nasty that looks compared to how the soft pink area looks. The soft pink area is lovely and smooth compared to this. We can't erase dark. So the key to this is don't go too dark. Go light, build up layer by layer. If you see yourself going too dark, actually stop, get your eraser out, pull it back a level, and then go over again. So if I was to now miss this area again, it's going to look like the way it did before. It's not going to look rough like that. That's exactly how it was before. Whereas if I do this on this side, even though I haven't erased that much, look at the texture, still shows through. The only way I can get rid of that texture is by blacking it out again. So hopefully this gives you a good example of how you can erase without it looking like a mess, like this. So the soft pink is there to take away a layer. Okay, I can highlight in the middle there if I want to very softly. Okay, I can take away layer by layer. Alright?